Bulldogs.
Today is Friday, December 6th.
Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, guys.
Now on to the weather.
Hey Bulldogs, today's weather is a high of 30 and a low of 21.
Thanks, guys. Now it's time for
EPSN.
Welcome back to EPSN with Liv and Maddie.
The girls basketball team plays Monday at Columbiana.
The boys play Tuesday at home.
The girls wrestling team wrestles Friday at Champion.
Hi Bulldogs, we're here with Mr. Baker and we're going to ask him a few questions about coaching. So first, how did you get into coaching?
I grew up playing sports. I played basketball my whole life. When I got here, one of the first days I was here, they asked me if I could coach basketball, so I said yeah, and I've been coaching ever since.
Okay, so how long have you been coaching, if you could think that?
I'm in my 7th year coaching basketball. Yeah.
Okay. And then if you could coach any other sport, what would it be?
Probably soccer, because that's what I also played that in high school, so I have some knowledge on that.
Okay. And then do you like teaching or coaching more?
Probably teaching, because I get to deal with great students just like you, Jack.
Exactly, and that's what I was saying. Have a good day, Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs.
Thanks, guys. Now it's time for Within These Walls. Adam, are you within these walls?
Hi guys, I'm here interviewing the new English teacher, Miss Green. So, what made you want to become a teacher?
I really just wanted to share my love for reading and also be a positive force in students' lives.
What is your favorite grade to teach?
I definitely can't pick a favorite on this one, just out of fear of whoever I don't pick. But I teach juniors and sophomores this year, and I love them both for different reasons.
If you weren't teaching, what job would you do?
I would probably be a graphic designer because my bachelor's degree was in graphic design.
What is your favorite song right now?
Oh geez, I'm horrible at picking favorites. I would have to say any song by Paramore, they're one of my favorite bands, or any song by the Beatles.
What are your hobbies outside of school?
I love to travel. My mom's a flight attendant, so I get her flight benefits, which is pretty nice. I love to go to concerts, and I also love to draw.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Nate, what's your favorite lunch? Fiesta pizza. We never having that today.
Clem here. Today we're asking students their pet peeves.
Brock, what's your pet peeve?
Too loud.
What is your guys' pet peeve?
Someone like rocking in a chair.
Someone tapping their boots so loud and fast. I hate that.
I'm here with Rivers. What's your student pet peeve?
Whenever kids dramatically fall over for no reason and try to be funny.
I'm here with Amar and Jordan. What's your guys' pet peeves?
My biggest pet peeve is when someone sniffs their nose.
Yeah.
I'm here with Kayla. What's your student pet peeve?
When teachers print out 30 packets a week and we don't even do anything in them.
Your commentator is Joe O'Brien. Here is the motion picture record released by the United States Navy of the havoc wrought by the Japs' sneak sky and sea raid on Pearl Harbor, America's mid-Pacific naval bastion. On December 7th, 1941, Japan, like its infamous Axis partners, struck first and declared war afterwards. Costly to our Navy was the loss of war vessels, airplanes, and equipment, But more costly to Japan was the effectiveness of its foul attack in immediately unifying America in its determination to fight and win the war thrust upon it, and to win the peace that will follow. The Japs copied their German masters in striking hard at airfields. Hickam Field, northwest of Honolulu, and the Ford Island Naval Plane Base were the first objectives of Japan's treachery. Scores of planes were bruised and battered by the Japs' aerial bombs. Many of these were demolished beyond repair. Direct hits were scored on hangars, and these were badly shattered. Equipment and airplane supplies were reduced to smoldering ruins. Here at the Naval Air Station is grim and positive evidence of Jap treachery. Here foul blows were struck, while Jap diplomats were talking peace in Washington. America lost 3 destroyers. Here are seen the United States destroyers Downs and Shore as they rest on the bottom of Pearl Harbor with decks awash after Jap bombers make direct hits on their decks. First to feel the sting of Japanese steel are the USS Oklahoma and Utah, the latter a 33-year-old target ship. Accurate hits by the enemy bombers make short work of these 2 naval bulwarks. Now, with their keels practically out of water, they lie helpless wrecks and a sad reminder of cowardly strategy. To make possible a surprise attack within Pearl Harbor, the Japs built 2 manned submarines to enable them to fire sneak blows within waters that are narrow and tortuous. Several of these surprise weapons were blown from the water by direct hits of our naval gunners. Others were beached and captured. While sky and sea fire was still raging, salvage crews inspected our naval craft to estimate what may be saved. Before the din of bursting bombs had been silenced, preparations were underway to salvage these 2 warships. At low tide, the huge propeller of the Oklahoma, stilled by the enemy, was high above water. It is believed that the small 2-man Jap submarines carrying dual torpedo tubes were responsible for these 2 losses to our Pacific fleet. Here is the actual bombing of the mighty USS Arizona by Jap planes. These pictures were made by a fearless cameraman who thought nothing of his personal safety to make possible this record for all posterity. A single lucky hit was responsible for the disaster that befell the Arizona when a Jap bomb falling directly through one of the battleship's funnels exploded in the engine room and set ablaze tons of fuel oil. Dense black smoke billowed to the sky as the massive control tower began to keel over. The Arizona's courageous crew stuck to its guns until the very end. Here was displayed heroism that will live forever in the glorious annals and traditions of the American Navy. The once mighty Arizona now rests on Pearl Harbor's muddy bottom, a pitiful relic of its former self, a grim monument to the treachery of Japan. The once mighty dreadnought's armor plate is twisted and torn, but the great battleship's control tower still stands, a defiant beacon that in days to come will cast its shadow upon Nippon's very shores. At Pearl Harbor, at Hickam Field, in the bomb-pocked streets of Honolulu, ever is written history. History with a tragic, treacherous pen. History that 130 million Americans will never forget. And in days to come, the Japs, too, will remember Pearl Harbor. Here is a tragic, unforgettable page in the annals of America. Here, the cunning deceit of the Japs will never be forgotten. Here, they hoped to score a knockout before the war began. The Arizona's gun crews, battered and broken, fired to the last. Their guns pointed skyward, from whence the enemy appeared. The Jap sneak blow cost hundreds of military and civilian lives. The treacherous attack cost our Pacific Fleet 2 battleships outright, another capsized, the loss of 3 destroyers and a mine layer. While bombs were still bursting and flames still pouring from our shattered naval craft, a light United States cruiser valiantly moves out to join the fleet and avenge Pearl Harbor.
That's all for this week, Bulldogs.
And in case we don't see you,
Good afternoon,
good evening,
and good night.